The new middle linebacker, number 43, Will Coakley, and Rick Johnson, makes a nice move to get into the end zone.
And so J.T. Hay, the leading scorer in the CFL, will try the point after, and as usual, it is good. And boy, oh boy, you have to take your hats off to the Calgary Stampeders for coming in here knowing exactly what they wanted to do on their first offensive series, and here's the payoff.
Well, there's a nice job by Bob Poley. Once again, he takes the toaster right out of the scheme of things. A nice move to get around Dave Daniels, and Rick Johnson's into the end zone with the first touchdown of the game.
So it's a 7-0 ball game. Stampeders out in front of Montreal. We'll have the Cowboys kickoff in just a moment.
Bruce bounces it short.
Alouettes had problems, but Brett Williams finally does pick it up. And Williams gets it out over the 40 to the 41-yard line. Hay did not kick it deep. As a matter of fact, he kicked it to the second line of receivers, and Brett Williams was able to carry it back over the 40-yard line. Every one of those yards, a running play, as the Stampeders just jammed it down the Alouettes' throat. So now let's see what the Montreal Alouettes can do. They were impressive in the second half last week against the Saskatchewan Roughriders, as Brian Ransom starts at quarterback. And Ransom carries himself, gets out over the 45 to about the 48 before running into linebacker Bernie Morrison, who has been such a stalwart in that Calgary defensive alignment for the last 6 years.
One change there you see is number 22, Wes Cooper, will replace Tony Johns in the starting backfield today. Tony Johns still is available to play. Same receiving corps as they used last weekend. A couple of newcomers, Gerald Elfman and Gil Stiegel. James Hood, of course, 88 receptions on the year coming into this game, having just a fabulous 1986.
And as Sean Faulkner picks up the first down for the Alouettes, we will look for James Hood to make a reception, because his very first one will tie him for the club lead, the all-time record in a single season with Nick Araki, and he has also surpassed the great Hal Patterson.
Well, that group you see right there, this is their fourth week together, and head coach Gary Gerchik said this is finally the group that he has that they can do the job. And last week they protected Brian Ransom superbly.
Did not give up a sack, as a matter of fact, in last week's ball game against Saskatchewan. First down from the 52. This is Sean Faulkner. He played extremely well last week against Saskatchewan, picked up over 130 yards, but this time the Calgary defensive alignment was there to shut him down. Anthony Woodson, who returns to that Stampeder defensive alignment, was there to make the tackle for Calgary. So on second down and 9 yards to go, Ransom will have to put it up. Well, he had some time, but James Walker finally got to him and is there to record the sack.
Well, it's not surprising. The Calgary Stampeders lead the CFL in sacks with 77 coming into this game. That's James Walker's 6th sack this year, and they do an excellent job putting pressure on the quarterback. There you see Harold Hallman, number 99, coming on a loop, but finally it's defensive end James Walker that comes around the block and makes the sack.
So Richie